Hi, this is Frida. Welcome to my channel. Today I would like to demonstrate how to crochet the shell stitch. This is a sweater that I have crocheted for myself for over 20 years. Yeah, it's been over 20 years. And this is just a regular shell stitch that I have crocheted. If you can see, it is just like nothing, just straight, nothing, no bumps, nothing. And then I just wanted to create something more bumpy, like more like bobbly, more like a popcorn stitch. So what I did is I crocheted this baby blanket. Just wanted to move this one. Oops. Okay. You can see the texture, how it shows. So I'm gonna come closer. See how it looks? It's just a regular shell stitch, nothing to it. And the back and the front are the same. So I like to crochet something that can be used two sides. So, and what I did is I just did the edges, just a regular shell stitch, went around, all the way around. And this is how it turned out. It's just gorgeous. So what on this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet this. And then with the regular shell stitch, it's just a regular shell stitch. See? So let's get started. I am going to be making a pixie hat with this shell stitch, with the way I have crocheted a puff shell stitch. Yes, let's call it a puff shell stitch. It is puffy. It is 3D, as you can see. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to crochet this blanket, you can crochet multiple of 6 plus 1. As long as you want. I just crocheted so it can be 32 inches, and I crocheted 32 inches long, and like I said, I did the edges with the shell stitch again. So this is I would say a 9-month-old, maybe 6 to 9-month-old baby hat. So I'm just going to measure this to crochet the pixie hat. So what I need to do is I'm just going to chain the chainless foundation chain that I have did in a single crochet. And that is how I'm going to start doing it. Multiple of 6 plus 1. So just I would say, well, this is a bulky yarn. It's pretty worsted, and I'm using a 5mm crochet hook, a USH crochet hook. So usually it's about 50 to 54 chain to start a baby hat, a pixie hat. But this is worsted. I'm going to go with the measurements, because if I do a 50, it would be a huge blanket. So I'm not going to trust myself. So I'm just going to continue crocheting the chainless foundation chain with single one I'm using, the technique. And I do have a tutorial, so I will put that on the description. Yeah, so just chain as so it's almost half of the okay. Yeah, it's almost half. So continue crocheting half around as long as you want for a baby hat, and we'll see how many chains that we can start with this bulky yarn and then go from there. Okay, so I went ahead and I crocheted a total of 60 chains. For an average Pixie hat, that's what you need, between 50 to 60 stitches depending on the pattern stitch. Because this is a puff shell stitch, it does pick up a little bit. That's how it shows the puffiness. So after chaining, I'm just gonna, okay, we're gonna start. So this is 60 total. Just going to chain another one. You can always chain as many as you want. So we have a total of 61 now. Okay, we're going to chain 3. Okay, I'm just going to move these. One, two, three. Turn our work. And then we're going to be crocheting 2 double crochets on the first chain that we did before the 3 chains. So just grab the 2 V's and then do a double crochet and then make another double crochet. For a regular shell stitch, what we usually do is we skip the 2 stitch and then make a single stitch. And then we skipped another 2 stitch and then we do a double crochet. But the trick for this is, remember, we're grabbing the 2 V's here. 2 V's, we're not going to use the 2 V's, we're going to use the back one. The back one. This is the main thing that makes the puff stitch. So we're going to fill that back a total of 5. If you want it more puffy, you can make 7, 9. You can fill it with double crochets. But because this is a bulky yarn, a worsted yarn, it's pretty thick. So I'm just going to do 5, total of 5. And then I'm going to skip 2 chains and then do a single crochet. Just a regular, I grab the 2 like here, and I do a single. Again, I skip the 2, and I don't grab the 2, I grab the 1, and I fill it with a total of 5 double crochets. That's the trick. That's the main thing. We grab it to the back loop, we don't grab the 2, we grab just the 1. And as you can see, the more you crochet, the more you can see the puffiness of the stitch. Okay, I just had to go back and see how my focus was. I don't want to go further from the screen. The weather was pretty weird here well, I'm from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. I live in Canada. I was born and raised here. Most of my life I lived in Edmonton, and I'm Turkish. My background is Turkish. And the weather was terrible. It was so gray, so I had to wait, and where I usually tape, it's pretty dark there. So here I can see the sun. Saw the sun and I said I better tape. Okay, so let's go back to our crochet. And then after we do the 5 double crochet, we skip the 2 chain and then we do a single crochet. We just grab the 2 V's and then do a single crochet, and again we skip the 2 chain, and then on the back, remember we did there's two loops to V, so we grab the back one. That's how it makes the puff stitch. Like I said, for this demonstration, I'm showing how to do the 5 double crochet, but if you do 7, 9, it would be more puffier than ever. It does uses a lot of yarn. For the baby blanket, I used about a pound, half a kilogram of yarn. So just to let you know, it does uses lots of yarn to create this lovely stitch. and then I skipped a 2 and I just make the regular single crochet, and then I skip the 2 and I use the back. Don't forget, use the back. If you do a regular shell stitch, you use the front. You use the 2 loops here to create the shell stitch. But for this puffiness, I think this looks better. I don't know. The other one is just the regular stitch, but this puffiness gives you the 3D look, which I love. That's how I started with my YouTube tutorials. I saw this gorgeous popcorn stitch, and I made a tutorial on it, and after that I never stopped. So single crochet, and then skip the 2, and then go to the back to do the 5 double crochet. So continue all the way to the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Like I said, you can chain as many as you want. You can always unravel this at the end. You can cut it and then make your desired measurements. So continue, and I'll meet you at the end to do the corner, and then we'll turn our back to do the second row of the shell puff shell stitch. This is the back of the Pixie hat that we're making. You can see how the 3D look. Doesn't it look gorgeous? So I'm at the end of the row. So I did the 5 double crochet, and I'm going to skip the 2, and I'm going to make a single chain here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain total of 3, turn my work, and at that same chain I'm going to do a 2 double crochet as we did at the beginning, and then from there we're going to do the second row. So when I did the 3 chain, the 3 chain is considered as 1 double crochet, and I did the 2 double crochet. So after that we're going to skip 2, which when we skip the 2, we're going to be in the middle of the shell stitch up here. So I'm just going to do a double crochet, just a regular. I grabbed the 2 loops, and then I'm going to skip in the middle here. As you can see, when we skip the 2, we're going to be in the middle of the 2 shell stitches. We're going to be not grabbing the 2 loops here. We're going to grabbing the back loop to create that puffiness. So I'm just going to fill that loop with a total of 5 double crochet. And I'm just going to measure my hat just in case it does kind of shrink because of the stitch. And then skip the 2 and then double crochet, single crochet. As you can see, we are already creating that puffiness. So when I bring my hat here, this is one of my dolls. I couldn't find a doll because we moved from Penticton to Edmonton again. And couldn't find the doll. The doll is one of them in the containers. I found the hat. So as you can see, it's perfect. It is perfect. So we're going to be crocheting a couple of rows to create the hat, and then just sew the top and then go on from there. But yeah, this is how we create the 3D shell stitch or puff stitch. I think it looks great, doesn't it? Gives you that 3D look. So we just skip to the 2 chain, which is in the middle. The more you crochet it, you will figure out that when you skip the 2, you will be in the middle, you will be on the top, up the hill, down the hill. So we just grab don't forget to grab the back loop. If you grab the 2 loops, you will just crochet a regular shell stitch. The main trick to crochet the stitch is to grab the back loop. 4, 5. Go up the hill, do a single crochet, grab the 2 loops, go down the hill in the middle of the 2 shells, grab the back loop and do a 5 crochet. That's all to it. So I'll let you go and continue to crochet a couple of rows until you get the desired height of the hat, and then we'll go from there. So as I said, just continue crocheting down the hill, up the hill. When you go down the heel, grab the back loop, and when you go up the heel, grab the 2 loops. Go down the heel, grab the back loop, and continue crocheting like this. Before I let you go to crochet the length you wanted, I just wanted to I came to the end, and I just wanted to show you, maybe some people can get confused. But what we did is, when we came to the end, we did the 5 double crochet, and then we're just going to jump to 2 and then grab the chain here and do a single crochet and do the 3 chain and go up and do the double crochet on the same chain that we did, the single crochet that we did, and then go up the hill and do a single crochet. For this puff 3D puff shell stitch, you can use like 3 strands of yarn and make a rug. That's what I thought. It would be super soft on your feet. You can make rugs, you can make afghans. It's a lovely stitch, and it shows off very nicely. So I just wanted to point out, you make a single crochet, 3 chain up, and then do the 2 double crochet and jump up the hill, and then go down the hill and do the double crochet. So continue crocheting, and I'll meet you. It looks pretty nice. I love it. And then it gives you this holes like a shell, like the shell at the bottom of the shell. I went ahead and I crocheted the pixie hat. So I'm at the point that I am going to be joining, and I'm going to be using the crochet method to join the hat. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to fold the hat, and I went ahead and I crocheted 1 edge. So I finished from here. I crocheted single crochet in 3 single crochets in each chain that we did, and I came all the way here. So I'm just going to be joining. Before I join, just wanted to show you how. So this is how the pixie hat's going to look like. This is going to be the top of the hat, and this is going to be the back here, the back of the hat, and this is going to be where the neckline is going to. Okay, so grab the 2, and don't forget, when you're doing the single crochet, have the front and inside. Okay, this is where the loop is, and I'm just gonna go from here and grab one of the holes. Just do a slip like this. I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to try to weave this while I'm crocheting. So I'm just going to grab the V's that I see. I'm going to have this in between and just do a single crochet, and this is all to it. So we're going to grab each loop, so I'm just basically doing a single crochet. You can do a slip stitch too. Here we go, we weave the yarn that was hanging. Okay. So just jump like you're sewing. This is how I do my crochet when I'm joining. This is how you do the motifs that you crochet. I remember years ago, 2010, when I did my first tutorial, I did a popcorn stitch. If you go back, you can see that that tutorial. I think there was 3 or 4 videos that I did, and I didn't do the joining. So this is how you do the joining. It's thought everyone could do it, but I got so many questions. I never had time to go back to show the joining. Okay, so yeah, this is how you do it. And it gives you that nice clean look here. Okay, one more and we're done. Yeah, just do a chain, cut your thread, your yarn, pull it tightly, and what I do is I just weave it. I don't like hanging yarns. Just weave it between the loops that you see. There we go. So we turn our pixie hat. Isn't this cute? You can make a pom-pom or a long pom-pom here. So this is how you do the puff shell stitch, 3D shell stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and do, so this is going to be, okay, it's better to show it this way, I guess. So this is how the hat is going to be. Because of the gorgeous shells, you don't have to do anything here. You can just leave it here. And you can do another single crochet here. But I wanted to show you how we're going to do a chain. So you just go here, just grab one of the loops here that you can see. And then 50 chains would be enough, long enough to do a bow. And then just grab, just like this. And what I do is, I take the yarn, I don't want to leave it here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to work it together. I'm just going to do chains. And then have that yarn just like this. So the yarn would be in here. And then I think we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 40. So 40, another 10 more chains. And what you do is just cut the yarn and just like this. And what I do is I do a knot, even 2 knots, just to secure it. And this is how we do the pixie hat, crocheting with the puff 3D shell stitch. Isn't this gorgeous? Oopsie. I just wanted to give a closer look. You can see those puffy 3D shell stitches. Yeah, so I just wanted to share my idea of creating the 3D puff shell stitch. I am going to be making a cardigan, a baby cardigan with this stitch, so please stay tuned. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and promote me, please. I would really appreciate that with your family and friends. So yeah, the 3D puff shell stitch. I will be making a cardigan to match the baby blanket, the baby pixie hat, and the baby cardigan. Happy crocheting and have a pleasant day.